Hello everyone. Hello. So this is part 2 of video 301, and here I will be showing you all how to make this wonderful recipe, 1940 style. Check it out now. Now we're going to be doing a Crisco single crust for a 9-inch pie, even though I'm going to be making a deep dish sweet potato pie. I've made this already. You guys have saw it in my other videos, but now I'm actually going to make it just to show you guys how I got to it. So we're going to do this single crust Crisco pie crust, and I'm going to show you all how to do that now. Come with me. All right, so in the instructions, it clearly tells us the following. We need 1 1/3 cup of sifted regular flour, half a teaspoon of salt, and half a cup of Crisco, and 3 tablespoons of water. Put it into a 450-degree oven, and we're going to leave it for 10 to 15 minutes. Well, 425, 10 to 15 minutes. So we have all our dry ingredients here. We have our water ready, and we have our shortening ready. Okay, I'm going to mix our dry ingredients together here and sift it all together, quote unquote, the salt, the flour, and all of that good stuff. Then I'm going to add our shortening, which would be that half a cup of Crisco, aka all vegetable shortening. And after I cut that Crisco into our dry mixture in the bowl, so check this out. So let's go ahead and mix this together. Always make sure your dry ingredients are all mixed together, so distribute properly. All right, now take it, put it into your bowl. Just throw it a little bit left there. That's okay. And then you get that away. Dry ingredients are now mixed up. Water always stays for last. Now we're going to go ahead and add that half a cup of shortening inside of here, and we'll come back and I'll show you how that looks. We have now added our half a cup of Crisco, and we're going to go ahead and put this into our pie crust and cut it up into, like, so it can look like this, how it looks. Okay. Do all that together, and then little by little we'll start to add a tablespoon of water to the mixture. See how it looks in like little pea pieces. If you feel you need a little bit more shortening, go for it. But I wouldn't do too much if I was you. Just enough. Then come out just right. Then we're going to start adding the water to this and start mixing it up to form our pie crust. We'll come back here. So here it ended up where I think I might have used a little bit too much shortening, but that's okay. So I'm going to add a little bit more flour to that, just so you guys can see how that texture is supposed to be. So we just add a little bit more flour and go ahead and mix that together. Okay, here's our pie crust, and what I did was I put it on a floured surface. So you can see here our floured surface, and I went ahead and rolled the dough into a ball and made it a little bit flat. Flip it over into the flour. Make a, because we're going to roll this out. Now, whatever rolly pin you have, use it. But I'm going to pat most of it out, and then I'm going to roll the rest. We will come back here once it is in a circle, maybe about this big of this. Then we are going to add a little bit of flour to this end. We'll flip this over, and then we'll lay it on top of our pie crust. I'll show you how that all looks in just one moment. Now I have my non-greased pan here. We have our crust flattened out just to whatever size that you're going to use. Okay, and all I did was flatten this out with my hand. I didn't even use a rolling pin. As you can see, my fingerprints. You can flatten it out like this. Then we're going to fold it over to get it ready for our pie deep dish. All right, here's our pie crust inside of our pan. We're going to put this in the oven of 425 or whatever hot oven that you have, and you're going to leave it in there for 10 to 12 minutes. Then we'll add our filling. So let's go ahead and get into how I do this simple, easy filling of mine.